Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry,
Yes, sir.
there was some connectivity issue, so I suddenly got exited from here. Okay, so one second. I'll instead of using board, I'll start on my camera for 1 minute and then I'll show you how actually we do that. Okay, one sec. किधर गया कैमरा?
सर वो वीडियो वाले बटन से आप फिर ये कर सकते
या
हो।
वन सेक, इट्स नॉट गेटिंग ऑन. शायद कुछ कैमरा सेटिंग का प्रॉब्लम है. वन सेक. मेरा वो हमेशा लाइव क्लास देता हूँ ना, सो वो ओबीएस का सेटिंग का कैमरा स्टार्ट हो गया गलती से. ओके, नाउ इट वुड बी फाइन आई थिंक. Yes, am I visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what we are basically going to do is, suppose patient is sitting in front of me. I have placed the thumbs like this. Okay, the patient is breathing. When the patient inspires, there has to be some chest expansion in the lateral way like this. Correct? आप अपने फ्रंट पे करके देख सकते हो. When you do a chest expansion, your thumb will move laterally like this from the midline. Normally, the normal thumb movement should be like this. Okay, but if the lateral thumb movement is reduced, you will get a very less thumb movement on that side. Yes.
सर आपकी स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रही मेरे को.
One sec.
हाँ सर, करके देखा था लेकिन वो ज़्यादा ऐसा नहीं आ रहा, डिविएशन बहुत ही ऐसा माइनर आ रहा है, तो कैसे समझेगा इतने कम में?
Okay, what I'll do is I'll prepare a video with one of the patient. I have a respiratory patient in the hospital. So I'll prepare a video by tomorrow afternoon and then I'll post these examination videos at my Telegram group. Is this fine for everyone?
Yes,
बेस्ट सर, बेस्ट.
Okay, who has raised a hand? पता नहीं किसने हाथ उठाया था. Okay, no worries.
मैंने
Okay, okay, okay. Share your screen, Rohan. We'll continue.
नहीं बाकी
Go to that slide.
Yes, sir.
So just take a 5 ml syringe, load it with a saline, inject and infuse and then refill back. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Chalo, next slide. We have discussed this.
So tactile vocal fermenters.
Okay, I'll prepare a video on this also and said, because this is also something which cannot be demonstrated just or can be told verbally. I'll prepare a video on these tactile vocal fremitus auscultation and the chest expansion wala. Okay, fine. Chalo, next.
Percussion.
Okay. Fine. So So there is a dull note in the right inframammary area and resonant overall. Fine. Rohan, tell me what is a normal note of percussion of a chest?
Normal note.
I'll give you the options. Is it resonant? Is it dull? Is it tympanic?
It is resonant. It is resonant.
Correct. So here now it is resonant all over. That means the entire chest field is normal except for the right inframammary area, which again represents the right middle lobe of the lung. It is a dull note. What does dull note signify?
Like pleural effusion.
No. Dull note. Just dull and stony dull is absolutely different. Stony
इंफीरियर
dull
लोब
is
पे होगा तो
seen in
शायद निमोनिया.
correct. So
Pneumonia
dull note
also.
represents solidification of the lung. Okay. If your lung becomes solidified, normally it is sponge-like, but if it solidifies, it means that okay, it is consolidation. It will produce a dull note. In pleural effusion, you get stony dull notes. So please be well versed with the types of notes in every part of the systemic examinations. Okay. Normal lung field, it is resonant. Dull note, consolidation or lung collapse also. Stony dull is seen in pleural effusion, where you get hyper resonant.
Hyper resonant thoracic
Pneumothorax.
emphysema में.
Yes, pneumothorax and emphysema. Very good. Fine. What is tidal percussion?
Tidal percussion, which is done on the right side to differentiate between the supradiaphragmatic and infradiaphragmatic space.
Correct. So if you are having a right diaphragm, you have to just imagine right diaphragm के ऊपर क्या है? What are you having just above the right diaphragm? You are having lower lobe of the right lung. Correct. Right diaphragm के नीचे क्या है? There is a space and then you are having your liver. Correct.
Liver.
So if you are having some solid lesion at either above the right diaphragm or just below the left diaphragm, both will produce dullness in the right infrascapular area. Correct. So to rule out where exactly the pathology is, you do something called as tidal percussion. So when you have percussed in the right infrascapular area, I am again repeating, when you are percussing in the right infrascapular area, what you will do, you will ask the patient to take a tidal volume normal breath or a deep breath. Okay, when the patient takes an inspiration, what will happen? The diaphragm will flatten and move down. Correct. अगर diaphragm नीचे move हो गई, तो what will happen? There will be only lung at that area where you are percussing. Correct. Once the patient is breathing in, the diaphragm is moving down, and after percussing, again you are getting a dull note. What does this mean? This means that the dull note is originating from the right lower lobe of the lung. Correct. But if after taking the inspiration you are percussing, now it has become resonant. What does that mean? That means the pathology was below the diaphragm, which is nothing but usually it is a right subdiaphragmatic abscess. Okay, so to differentiate between the right lower lobe pneumonia and that right subdiaphragmatic abscess, we perform this tidal percussion. Is it clear for everyone?
Sir, resonant, when we say resonant, what is the actual meaning of resonant?
Resonant का meaning क्या होता है? What is resonance? Do you know anyone what is resonance?
मतलब जैसे echo type of.
एग्जैक्टली किसी खाली रूम में आप बैठोगे और जोर जोर से चिल्लाओगे या फिर कोई लाउड साउंड करोगे या फिर कोई साउंड या वेव स्टिमुलस पास करोगे तो क्या होगा? वो आवाज घूमती है. राइट. यू गेट अ रेजोनेटिंग वेव फ्रॉम ऑल दीज साइड्स. So that is what is resonance. When you percuss the chest, what happens? The chest is full of air. Air है ना? The patient is breathing, so the alveoli are filled with air. When you stroke from outside, you are actually applying a sound wave to travel inside the lung. What will happen? That sound will travel through the entire chest, through entire alveoli, and will be reflected back. That is what is resonance. Okay. So normal है अगर alveoli तो air वापस आएगी, but if there is solidification such as the pneumonia or consolidation, what will happen? You will not get that response back. That's why you are getting a dull note. आपको कुछ भी sound वापस से सुनाई नहीं देगा. That is your dull note. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, चलो next slide.
Percussion.
So this is how you actually percuss. Okay, चलो next see. Okay, what is chronic systemous?
Lateral to medial resonance produce करना, मतलब tapping करके.
Can you tell me what is the margin of chronic systemous?
Margin, clavicle, मतलब
No.
lateral side of clavicle.
I'll tell you. See, if you see, you are almost close. If you take the medial 2/3 and the lateral 1/3 of the clavicle, okay,
Yes.
then at the junction of medial and lateral to medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3 of clavicle, you mark a point. Okay, you mark a line in the supraclavicular fossa. Okay, and from that laterally whichever area of supraclavicular fossa is left, that is called as chronic systemous. Is that clear? Let me repeat it again. You have taken a margin of junction of medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3 of the clavicle and the sternal head of clavicle, that is your sternoclavicular joint. Okay, so sternoclavicular joint and junction of medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3 of clavicle, that point, ये जो बीच का जो एरिया बन रहा है ना सुप्रास्टर्नल सुप्राक्लाविकुलर फोसा में, this is called as chronic systemous. You can see that labeled in the image also. That to be very clear, simply the supraclavicular fossa का medial half, that is your chronic systemous. Now what is the normal percussion note at chronic systemous? Is it resonant or it is dull?
डल होना चाहिए शायद.
Yeah, no, that is resonant again.
Resonant.
Normally it is resonant
Sir.
because you are having a lung apex over here, right? That is very important because there are specific lung pathologies that affect the apical lobe, apical part of the lungs. Okay, so the apex of the lung lies in this chronic systemous, and that's why normally this chronic systemous is resonant. But if this chronic systemous becomes dull, that is suggestive of the apical pathology of the lung. So now tell me, if there is a dullness at the chronic systemous, what would be your answer? What is the cause? The most common cause of dullness in the chronic systemous. Can you tell me an infectious disease that selectively affects the upper lobe of the lung?
It can be lobar pneumonia.
Lobar pneumonia can affect any part of the lung, any lobe. नाम में दिया lobar means affecting a specific lobe. So only a specific lobe of the lung is affected, but that can be middle lobe also, lower lobe also. Any disease where you get apical lobe involvement. Tuberculosis. Correct. Why? Because you might have learned or read somewhere in the microbiology, your TB bacillus is a aerobic. It's a facultative aerobe. So it needs an aerobic environment. Now in physiology you might have heard, और logically also you can say, air हल्की होती है या उसको weight होता है. Is your air very heavy or it is light? It is light. So अगर light है तो वो lungs में सबसे ज़्यादा air कहाँ जाएगी? नीचे जाएगी या ऊपर जाएगी? upper lobe. So maximum aeration will occur where? In the upper lobe, right? So if maximum aeration is occurring in the upper lobe, maximum oxygen will be present where? In the upper lobe. And if maximum oxygen is in the upper lobe, your TB will also go to the apical lobes. And that's why tuberculosis is majority of the times, 90% of the times is in the apex. And so please remember, if you are getting dullness in the chronic zystomas, the topmost diagnosis has to be tuberculosis. Okay.
Yes.
चलो
अच्छा, ये नॉर्मल परकशन जब हम लोग करेंगे उधर क्रॉनिक इस्थमस में, तो बीच में बोन नहीं आएगा का क्लेविकल का?
तो क्लैविकल के ऊपर करना है ना. वी आर गोइंग टू डू इन द chronic zystomas, that is the supraclavicular fossa.
तो परकशन के बीच में बोन नहीं आएगा?
नहीं, there is no bone above ना, there is lung and soft tissue only.
अच्छा, ओके.
ओके चलो आगे बढ़ो. ओके anything left to be asked here? No. चलो. What is vesicular breath sound, Rohan?
Vesicular breath sound.
Okay, I'll ask you two questions. Quality wise, how is vesicular breath sound? कैसे सुनाई देता है vesicular breath sound?
Normal.
It is normal. Vesicular breath sound is a normal breath sound. कभी आपने हॉरर मूवी देखी है? Have you seen a horror movie till now? तो हॉरर मूवी में वो रात में बंगलो के बाहर वो पत्ते कैसे हवा से उड़ते
Wheezing
जाते
type
हैं. इट्स नॉट वीजिंग. पत्ते कैसे उड़ते हैं, पत्ते हवा में. हाउ डू दोज लीव्स फ्लो इन द एयर? Somewhat like that is the quality. It's a low pitch musical sound of quality of the sound, just like falling leaf like sound. So that is what is your vesicular breath sound. Now that is just a description of quality, but scientifically if you see physiologically how is the phases of vesicular breath sound, this is very important. Okay, if you hear the sound, respiration में there are two components. There is inspiration and there is expiration, correct? A normal vesicular breath sound will be a complete inspiration followed by a incomplete expiration. Okay, तो जो आप सुनोगे उसमें भी आपको पूरा inspiratory sound सुनाई देगा, but the expiration sound will be incompletely heard. And that is because of a recoil of the lung. Okay, but if it is a bronchial breath sound, it will be like a tubular. जब आप किसी ट्यूब में फूंकते हो तो कैसा साउंड सुनाई देता है? That harsh is a bronchial breath sound. So bronchial breath sound is very harsh and high intensity. And if you see the phases of bronchial breath sound, the bronchial breath sound में you will get a complete inspiration followed by a gap and then a complete expiration. रोहन थोड़ा सा पीछे जाओ, एक दो स्लाइड्स जहाँ पे रेस्पिरेटरी एग्जामिनेशन स्टार्ट होती है उसमें एक फोटो है. और पीछे और पीछे. हाँ यही पे. हाँ वेट वन स्लाइड है. इसके पीछे वाली फोटो. पीछे वन स्लाइड भी just before this. हाँ right, see, can you see over here the last photo of auscultation? Can you see?
Yes.
Vesicular breath sound में आपका inspiration complete है but your expiration is just 1/3 of the inspiration. This is vesicular breath sound. But in bronchial breath sound, you will hear inspiration and expiration are complete and equal to each other. Okay? ये description पूछा जाता है एग्जाम में. See, as a physician, the more you hear the sounds, just by the quality of sound, you will be able to differentiate between vesicular and bronchial. But you should also know these phase differences between the two, which is very important. Okay? चलो आगे बढ़ो.
बट नॉर्मल में एक्सपिरेशन ऐसा कम क्यों हो?
That is because of the lung recoil. See what happens when you are expiring. What happens? The expiration is occurring because the alveoli are compressing and the recoil of the lung is forcing the air to come out. Right? So at the end of the expiration, what is happening? The maximum recoil of the lung has occurred. So because of that, what is happening? The maximum amount of the lung, the alveoli have almost collapsed. तो उसमें कुछ भी हवा की movement, there is least amount of air movement at that time, and that's why the last 1/3 of the expiration is not heard.
बट उसमें ऐसा था ना कि सिर्फ स्टार्टिंग का 1/3 सुना देता है, लास्ट 2/3 इज नॉट हर्ड.
हाँ तो वही बोला ना, लास्ट 1/3 लास्ट 2/3 आपको सुनाई नहीं देगा, जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट लास्ट maximum recoil of the lung. But at the early 1/3 the recoil has just started, there is maximum movement, maximum velocity of the air, and that is what we are hearing. Okay.
अच्छा, okay.
Now tell me what are the types of bronchial breath sounds. दो टाइप तो यहाँ पे लिखे हुए हैं, one is tubular, one is cavernous. There is one more sound that is called as amphoric sound. Okay, amphoric. Where do you get tubular breath sound? You get tubular breath sound in consolidation, like in pneumonia. Where do you get cavernous breath sound? You get cavernous breath sound in lung cavities. Whereas amphoric breath sound is heard like as if a metallic sound. कभी आपने ऐसा किया है या नहीं? I don't know. I used to do it when as a child. You try to speak inside a metallic vessel. What irritating sound you get to hear? आप खुद ट्राई करके देखो एक बार. एक मेटालिक वेसल लो बड़ा सा, या फिर कोई मेटालिक ग्लास ले लो, उसमें बोलने की कोशिश करो, एक बहुत इरिटेटिंग साउंड सुनाई देता है. दैट इज व्हाट इज अ मेटालिक साउंड, दैट इज कॉल्ड एम्फोरिक ब्रेथ साउंड, एंड दिस इज हर्ड इन ब्रोंकोप्लूरल फिस्टुला. दिस इज अ एमसीक्यू व्हिच वाज हार्ड आस्क्ड इन 2018. ओके, ब्रोंकोप्लूरल फिस्टुला में कौन से टाइप का ब्रेथ साउंड सुनाई देता है? दैट इज एम्फोरिक ब्रोंकियल ब्रेथ साउंड. ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट.
ट्यूबुलर में कंसोलिडेशन दिखता है, राइट? सो कोविड में भी कंसोलिडेशन इज लाइक मेजर डायग्नोसिस पार्ट.
राइट.
तो क्या हम साउंड से भी पता कर सकते हैं कि अगर ये कोविड पेशेंट है या नहीं? सॉर्ट ऑफ.
Not actually, we cannot say that it is COVID, but yes, we can say that it is a pneumonia. कोविड का जो न्यूमोनिया होता है which occurs in a moderate to severe case of COVID, that pneumonia caused by COVID can give a consolidation, right? So being a consolidation, you will be able to hear a tubular breath sound, but that sound cannot tell you that this consolidation is because of COVID or because of bacterial pneumonia.
Just for pneumonia, right?
हाँ, it's just the pneumonia. It will not tell you that this sound is because of COVID. वो अंदर से बैठा हुआ वायरस खुद नहीं चिल्ला रहा है ना कि मैं कोरोना हूँ, I am COVID. It is not like that. The consolidation is producing that sound.
Yes.
Right. Okay. चलो. See, these images I purposefully don't want to discuss here because these aortic valve and these are your serious related examinations. So just keep it here. We'll do when we'll see a serious case. I have given a serious case. Before coming to one of our batchmates only. So okay, before going to the provisional diagnosis, few extra points that I want to ask you. Can anyone tell me what is bronchophony, egophony, whispering pectrology? ऐसा कुछ सुना है आपने कभी? नहीं. What is bronchophony? किसी को पता है? So please remember, apart from bronchial breath sound, there are 3 auscultatory findings of suggestive of consolidation. Okay, consolidation is a final gray hepatization phase of pneumonia. मतलब हार्ड हो जाना लंग का. So if you want to prove it to be consolidation, apart from bronchial breath sound, there are 3 auscultatory findings which are called bronchophony, egophony, 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 and whispering pectrology. Now what are these 3 findings which are very important? Please remember what is bronchophony. So you have to ask the patient to say 9999 repeatedly. जैसे हम लोग tactile vocal free meters के लिए कर रहे थे ना, Similarly, you will ask the patient to say 9999 frequently, but you have to ask the patient to say it with a very low pitch voice, just like if you are whispering. Okay, now if your patient saying 9999, normally with the stethoscope it should not be audible, because whispering does not produce vibrations in the alveoli. But if that 9999 sound is audible in your stethoscope, that is called as whispering pectoraloquy. Okay, whispering pectoraloquy, PECTORILOQUY, whispered or whispering pectoraloquy. Okay, this is first finding of consolidation. Second is bronchophony. Again, similarly, you will ask the patient to say 9999. Normally, you will be able to hear a humming sound. Okay, कुछ सुनाई भी नहीं देगा या फिर सिर्फ humming sound सुनाई देगा. But instead of whispering, now you have to ask the patient to say 999. Normally, you will be able to hear a humming like sound, but instead of humming, you are hearing clear 9999. That is called as bronchophony. Okay, I'll repeat. Normally, the patient is speaking 9999. Normally, you should be able to hear just humming voice. But if you are hearing clearly 9999 by putting a stethoscope on the chest, that is called bronchophony. Okay. Now, what is eagophony? Eagophony is EAGOPHONY. Eagophony. Now, this terminology is self-explanatory. E to A, egophony. What does this mean? We'll ask the patient to say E. The patient is saying E. Normally, if you are auscultating, you should not be able to hear anything, or you should be able to hear humming sound. But instead of E, you are able to hear A. Okay, so instead of E, you will be able to hear A. This is called E to A egophony. This is again suggestive of consolidation. Is this clear? Are these three terminologies clear?
ये egophony again.
Yes.
Okay, I'll repeat all the three. Okay, first is whispered pectoraloquy. Put the stethoscope, ask the patient to whisper 9999. Normally, nothing is heard. But if there is consolidation, you will be able to hear that whispering sound. Then you have bronchophony. You will ask the patient to say 9999, put this stethoscope. Normally you will be able to hear humming sound. But if you are able to hear clearly 9999, that is again consolidation. Third is eagophony. You will put the stethoscope on the chest. If you are able to hear then you will ask the patient to say E. Normally, you will again hear humming sound. But if you are hearing A instead of E, that is called as eagophony. Is that clear? All of these three, whispering pectoraloquy, broncholoquy, and egophony, are the signs of consolidation. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, chalo. So the provisional diagnosis based on your finding is right middle lobe consolidation due to community acquired pneumonia. Fine. Okay. Now tell me what findings are suggestive that this is right middle lobe consolidation. See, it's very simple. Put your all the inspection, palpation, percussion and auscultation together. See, in this patient, inspection में क्या था? कुछ भी नहीं था. Everything was normal in our patient. Fine. On palpation, where was the chest expansion reduced? Right inframammary. Correct. तो right inframammary क्या suggest करता है? Right middle lobe disease. Okay. So right middle lobe में disease है. So your palpation is telling that there is a disease in right middle lobe. Fine. Now you percussed. On percussion you got dull note. What does dull note suggest? Dull note suggests consolidation. Right? Then you did an auscultation. On auscultation you were able to hear bronchial breath sound, which is tubular type. again confirming the consolidation. So this is how you make a diagnosis of right middle lobe consolidation. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
I'll give
sir.
you a combination. Try to make diagnosis from these combinations. Okay. On inspection, everything is normal. Okay. I am getting reduced chest expansion in right supramammary area. I'll repeat. I am getting reduced chest expansion on right supramammary area. There is a dull note on percussion and tubular breath sound on auscultation. What is the diagnosis?
TB.
So it can be tuberculosis because upper lobe of lung
Very good. So I am having a right upper lobe consolidation. Most likely it could be TB or it could be upper lobe pneumonia. Correct? Okay. I'll make a slightly high level now. Okay. I am having right-sided trail sign positive on inspection. Okay. I am having right-sided trail sign positive on inspection. On palpation, the left infrascapular area expansion is reduced. I'll repeat. On palpation, the right infrascapular chest expansion is reduced. On percussion, there is stony dull note. There is stony dull note, and on auscultation, the breath sounds are reduced. But there is no abnormality of breath sound. The breath sounds have just reduced. What could be the diagnosis? I'll repeat. Right tracheal positive, left infrascapular expansion is reduced, and in left infrascapular area only I am able to have what I said, stony dull note and reduced breath sound. क्या होगा ये?
Pneumothorax.
Left pneumothorax or left pleural effusion.
Correct. So this is left pleural effusion. Understood? कैसे आपको 3 points लगाने हैं? So there are 3 steps. From your inspection, try to get whether the trail sign is there or not. The trail sign will tell you where is pull, where is push. If there is nothing, no need to worry. The second is look at the palpation. Palpation से आपको exact कौन सा lobe है पता चल जाएगा. You will get which lobe is involved from the palpation. Then on percussion, you will get to know based on dullness. If it is dull, it is consolidation. If it is hyper resonant, it is pneumothorax. If it is stony dull, it is pleural effusion. Correct? And then on auscultation, the breath sounds will again tell you what is the diagnosis. Clear है सबको?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
So,
Sure.
it was pneumothorax or pleural effusion, or both can be
Pleural effusion.
It was pleural effusion because it was stony dull note, right? Stony dull note is pleural effusion. Hyper resonant is pneumothorax.
Hyperresonant. Yes.
Okay, दोनों में breath sounds reduce होगा. There will be no abnormality of breath sounds in both. Okay, one breath sounds we are left to discuss is can anyone tell me what is pleural rub?
Pleural lub.
Rub. RUB rub.
जब visceral and parietal pleural एक दूसरे से ग्रिस के फ्रिक्शन हो जाता है तब.
Exactly. तो आपने कभी सैंड पेपर देखा है जब दीवार पे घिसते हैं? When you rub a sandpaper on the wall, what sort of sound you get to hear? Same sort of sound you will be able to hear on auscultation of the chest when the inflamed parietal and visceral pleura rub against each other. This is seen in pleuritis. Okay, this is heard in pleuritis. Okay, fine. How will you differentiate pleural rub from pericardial rub? Because same, as you have pleuritis, you can have pericarditis also. And again, pericardium, that is heart, is a part of chest. if you are auscultating just above the chest on the chest or just on the area of the heart, how will you differentiate whether this is a pericardial rub or a pleural rub? मतलब जो
Pleural
रब
rub
है
will
वो
be
पेरिकार्डियम से
along with
ओरिजिनेट
the
हो रहा है या प्लूरा से ओरिजिनेट हो रहा है?
along with the breathing, it will be pleural rub.
Correct. So you will ask the patient to hold the breath. When the patient will hold the breath, what will happen? There will be minimum contact or minimum rubbing of the pleura. So when you ask the patient to hold the breath, if the rub still persists, then it is a pericardial rub. But after asking the patient to hold the breath, if the rub stops, this means it was a pleural rub. Okay? Chalo.
Yes.
So your diagnosis is right middle lobe consolidation, probably because of pneumonia. Chalo. So yes, differential diagnosis are pneumonia, tuberculosis and acute COPD. Now tell me one point from your history and 1 point from your examination that why this is not TB, why this is not COPD. Chalo Rohan. Last few slides are left and then we are done.
टीबी में अपर लोब का इन्वॉल्वमेंट होना चाहिए था तो इसकी वजह से
Okay, tell me first a history finding of tuberculosis, one history finding of acute COPD, which is not present in this patient or is going against TB and acute COPD.
इन टीबी इट वुड बी
इवनिंग कफ
Evening rise of temperature, weight loss should be there, right? So weight loss and evening rise of temperature goes in favor of tuberculosis, which is not there in this patient. And in acute COPD, as I told you, the coughing is usually early morning coughing. And also this female is not a smoker, which is again going not in favor of COPD. Okay, then what are your examination findings? Tuberculosis में क्या होगा? Upper lobe consolidation is more common in tuberculosis, right?
Yes.
And tuberculosis में consolidation होता है या सिर्फ या cavity भी बनती है?
कंसोलिडेशन होता है, कैविटी फॉर्म नहीं होती.
Have you seen in pathology or learnt in pathology that when a tuberculosis granuloma develops, there is caseous necrosis that forms inside? Right? So caseous necrosis अगर बन रहा है मतलब क्या? Necrosis हो रहा है, the tissue is dying. तो अगर lung tissue की death हो रही है तो उस जगह पे cavity बनेगी, right? So if the patient is having tuberculosis, there is a development of cavity. Instead of tubular breath sound, you should be able to hear cavernous breath sound. So that is very important to differentiate between a lobar pneumonia and tuberculous cavity. Okay, so bronchial
सर
breath sound.
बाकी इन्फेक्शंस में भी तो हो सकता ना सेशियस नेक्रोसिस.
There are many causes of caseous necrosis, but the most important and classic cause you should remember is tuberculosis, because 98% of the time the caseous necrosis occurs because of TB only. There are very rare causes like have you heard of cat scratch disease? There also you can get caseous necrosis, but that disease is seen, its incidence is hardly 1 or 2%, negligible. Okay, fine. And what will happen in COPD? What sort of breath sound means ये आपके inspection, palpation, percussion, auscultation के findings क्या रहेंगे? Tell me on inspection what you will get in COPD. Fast.
डायलेशन ऑफ एयर स्पेस.
On inspection. Chest wall कैसे रहेगी COPD की? Barrel shaped chest, right?
Barrel shape.
बैरल
Correct. On auscultation, on palpation कैसा रहेगा? Chest expansion normal रहेगा या reduce रहेगा या ज़्यादा रहेगा? There will be
ज़्यादा
more
रहेगा.
chest expansion. Correct.
ज़्यादा.
What will happen to the tactile vocal fremitus? Increase or decreased on COPD?
COPD इंक्रीज.
Correct. On percussion क्या होगा? Resonant होगा, dull होगा, stony dull रहेगा या hyper resonant रहेगा? COPD में क्या होता है? There is air trapping, right? तो अगर air
Yes.
trap हो गई तो there will be hyper resonant note.
हाइपर.
Correct. And what will happen in auscultation? You will be able to hear
Auscult-
wheezing.
यस.
करेक्ट. व्हीजिंग रोंकाई सुनाई देंगे आपको. ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. We are just now left with investigation and treatment. Okay, tell me what investigation would you like to do in this patient? Routine investigations batao or special investigations batao? To always answer like this, okay? Whenever inspection investigation is asked to you, always answer in the form of routine investigations and special investigations.
रूटीन इन्वेस्टिगेशन तो इसमें यही चेस्ट एक्सरे पे
Okay. See, note it down. For any patient who has been admitted to your hospital, the routine investigations that you have to do is a complete blood count, that is CBC. Second is hemoglobin, blood grouping, ESR. Okay, these all are considered under CBC only. Then you have to do a chest X-ray. Okay, if it is a OPD patient with respiratory complaints, you will do chest X-ray. But for OPD, all OPD patients, chest X-ray should not be done. If it is an admitted patient, yes, chest X-ray is compulsory for all admitted patients. Okay, and what special investigation you will do here? Since it's a respiratory disease, chest X-ray will become a special investigation. Correct. And apart from that, since it is a cuff with expectoration which has a color to it, would you like to do a culture and antibiotic sensitivity? Yes.
RNT-CPR.
Yes. So you will do a blood culture and antibiotic sensitivity reporting for your sputum examination. Okay, so that you will get to know what is the exact bacteria that has caused the disease and how is the antibiotic susceptibility, so that based on that susceptibility you will decide the dose and type of antibiotic you will give to the patient. Okay, fine. Sure. Next slide. Now first wait, in this slide what are you able to see in the chest X-ray? Can you tell me what are your findings in the chest X-ray? I know it's difficult for you because you are still in the second years, but let me tell you simply the steps to look at the chest X-ray. Okay, when you have a chest X-ray in front of you, the biggest mistake we do is we just look at the lung fields, look at the heart, and we leave. That's not only the thing. Always remember you have to look at the chest X-ray outside in. तो सबसे पहले देखो कि ये perfectly taken correct chest X-ray है या नहीं. That means is that a correctly taken PA view or not? How will you get that? Last time मैंने आपको बताया था कैसे identify करना है. Look at the clavicular ends of clavicle के ends near the sternum. Okay, and then look at the spinous process in the between of your vertebra. Okay, once you look at this, the spinous process of the vertebra should be exactly in between the two clavicular heads. That suggests that the chest X-ray has been taken correctly. Okay, then you have to look at the lung field. अब यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो लेफ्ट साइड पे पूरा लंग फील्ड ब्लैक कलर ब्लैकिश ग्रे कलर का है, बट राइट साइड पे कैन यू सी अ वाइट ओपेसिटी इन द लोअर पार्ट ऑफ द लंग?
lower part, yes.
Yes, you are able to see that opacity. So this is nothing but consolidation of the right lung. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chalo, next slide. So treatment. Now since the patient is having a upper respiratory disease, you are going to give expectorants to the patient. You are going to give lozenges and menthol, and you are going to give humidifiers. Okay, chalo, next slide.
Action of guaifenesin.
Okay, this is something related to your pharmac, not much of significance to us over here. We'll see it we'll see the next slide. Chalo.
Oh, yes, sir. इतना ही.
Okay, fine.
That's
So
it.
how will you treat your patient finally? Apart from all these things, depending upon the antibiotic culture and sensitivity, you are going to start the patient on antibiotics as well. Okay, Is that clear? Everything
Yes.
is fine for today's session?
Yes.